What if I told you that nothing in your life happens by accident? Every challenge, every failure, every moment, even those that feel like setbacks, carries a hidden purpose. This isn't just hopeful thinking. It's the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Picture Marcus Aurelius enduring endless trials, yet seeing pain and failure not as punishments, but as strict teachers guiding him deeper into self-awareness and strength. In this video, we dive into the Stoic truth that life is not a random series of events, but a carefully crafted process of learning and transformation. You'll discover how shifting your perspective, viewing failures not as dead ends, but as necessary course corrections, can transform your resilience and unlock new paths you never saw before. We will explore how turning inward, embracing your unique skills and passions, is key to uncovering your true purpose. And more than that, you'll learn why adversity is essential, because it reveals the hidden truths about who you really are and builds the unshakable character needed to flow with life's unpredictability. This journey is about trusting time, releasing what no longer serves you, and celebrating the small victories that compound into profound peace and fulfillment. By the end, you won't just see your setbacks differently. You'll feel empowered to face every moment with clarity and courage, knowing each one brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. Because in the grand design of life, coincidences don't exist, only purpose waiting to be discovered. If this idea of purpose resonates with you so far, please take a moment to like the video and consider sharing it with someone who might find clarity in these words. We've explored how life's supposed setbacks aren't random, but instead purposeful course corrections, guiding us with a wisdom often disguised as hardship. Now let's go deeper into the heart of this Stoic journey. The profound realization that the most significant revelations about your purpose aren't found by looking outward, but by turning inward. This is where you begin to embrace your unique skills and passions, not as mere hobbies or talents, but as essential tools for uncovering the true blueprint of your existence. Think about it. In a world constantly clamoring for your attention, telling you who to be, what to buy, and what to achieve, the loudest voices often come from outside. We are bombarded with images of success, defined by external metrics, the perfect job, the ideal partner, the material possessions that promise happiness. But Stoicism invites us to pause, to quiet that external noise, and to listen to the whisper within. This isn't about navel-gazing. It's about radical self-awareness, an uncompromising look at what truly makes you, you. Seneca, in his profound wisdom, often reminded us that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. He wasn't just talking about fear, he was talking about the imagined life, the life dictated by others' expectations, that diverts us from our authentic path. Your unique skills and passions are not arbitrary gifts. They are signposts. They are the natural inclinations that bring you a sense of flow, a deep satisfaction that transcends mere pleasure. When you engage with these, whether it's problem-solving, creating art, connecting with people, organizing chaos, or delving into complex ideas, you are not just performing a task. You are aligning with your innate nature. Consider the craftsperson who loses themselves in their work, the teacher who finds joy in illuminating minds, the parent who dedicates themselves fully to nurturing their children. These aren't just jobs or roles. They are expressions of an internal drive, a unique way of contributing to the world that feels inherently right. Your purpose isn't some grand, elusive secret hidden on a mountaintop. It's often woven into the fabric of what you already love to do, what you find yourself drawn to, even when no one is watching. The challenge lies in peeling back the layers of societal conditioning, the fear of judgment, and the pursuit of external validation. We often suppress our true inclinations because they don't seem practical or profitable enough in the eyes of the world. But a Stoic understands that true wealth isn't in material gain, but in the richness of a life lived in accordance with virtue and nature. And your nature, your unique daemon, as the Greeks would say, is the source of your distinct contribution. To uncover this, you must cultivate moments of stillness. Journaling, meditation, long walks in nature. These aren't just trendy wellness practices. They are ancient Stoic tools for introspection. Ask yourself, when do I feel most alive? What problems do I instinctively try to solve? What topics absorb my attention completely? What brings me a sense of deep, quiet satisfaction, irrespective of external reward? The answers to these questions are not trivial. They are echoes of your purpose. They are the unique skills and passions waiting to be embraced, honed, and integrated into a life of meaning. This turning inward isn't selfish. It's foundational. Only by understanding your own core can you truly serve the world around you, acting from a place of authenticity and strength, rather than external pressure. This journey inward, this embrace of your unique self, becomes particularly vital when we confront the inevitable storms of life. And this brings us to another cornerstone of Stoic wisdom, the recognition that adversity isn't just an unfortunate event to be endured, but an absolutely essential crucible. It is in the fires of challenge that the hidden truths about who you really are revealed. And it is there that the unshakable character needed to flow with life's inherent unpredictability is forged. We often wish for smooth sailing, for a life free from discomfort or difficulty. But think about the growth that truly happens in moments of ease versus moments of struggle. When everything is comfortable, we tend to stay in our routines, our established patterns. We don't question our assumptions, push our boundaries, or truly understand the depth of our inner reserves. It is when the ground beneath us shifts, when our plans crumble, when pain or loss enters our lives, that we are forced to confront ourselves in a raw, unfiltered way. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire plagued by wars, epidemics, and betrayals, knew this intimately. He wrote in his Meditations not about avoiding hardship, but about embracing it as training. He saw obstacles not as blockages, but as opportunities to practice virtues like patience, courage, resilience, and wisdom. For him, the outer world was a gym, and every difficult situation was a chance to strengthen his inner character. This isn't to say we should seek out suffering. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" the Stoic asks, "What is this happening for me? What can I learn? How can I grow? What part of my character needs to be refined by this experience?" Consider the entrepreneur whose business fails after years of hard work. The immediate reaction might be despair, anger, self-pity. But for the Stoic, this isn't the end. It's a profound learning experience. It reveals their true passion for their vision, or perhaps the flaws in their strategy. It tests their resilience, their ability to pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and perhaps pivot in an entirely new direction. It forces them to look at their relationship with failure, with risk, with their own ego. It reveals whether their identity was tied to the outcome or to the noble pursuit itself. Or think of a personal relationship that ends, leaving a gaping void. The pain is undeniable, but this adversity, too, carries a profound lesson. It forces self-reflection. What was my role? What did I truly learn about myself, about love, about companionship? It can reveal hidden insecurities, attachment issues, or perhaps a capacity for independent strength you never knew you possessed. It rebuilds you, not necessarily into the person you were before, but into a stronger, wiser, more self-aware individual. Adversity strips away the inessential. It clarifies our priorities. When faced with a serious health challenge, suddenly the petty grievances, the endless quest for material possessions, the anxieties about what others think, all fade into insignificance. What truly matters? Our loved ones, our health, our inner peace, our time. Adversity doesn't just reveal who you are. It reveals what you value. It carves away the dross, leaving behind the pure gold of your true self and your deepest commitments. This process of character building isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous, lifelong endeavor. Every minor frustration, every missed deadline, every critical comment can be viewed through this lens. Do I succumb to anger, or do I practice patience? Do I lash out, or do I respond with understanding? Do I withdraw, or do I lean into the discomfort and grow? Each moment of adversity, big or small, is an invitation to refine your character, to build that unshakable core that allows you to remain tranquil and purposeful amidst life's constant flux. It builds a kind of inner anti-fragility where you don't just survive challenges, but you actually get stronger because of them. You become like the oak tree, whose roots grow deeper and stronger with every storm, not despite them. This resilience isn't about being emotionless. It's about being deeply human, capable of feeling and responding with virtue, even when everything around you feels chaotic. And as we navigate these profound journeys of self-discovery and character building, there are three essential practices that serve as anchors, keeping us steady and guiding us towards profound peace and fulfillment. Trusting time, releasing what no longer serves you, and celebrating the small victories that compound into something truly magnificent. Let's first delve into trusting time. In our hyper-paced, instant gratification world, patience is often viewed as a weakness, a lack of drive. But for the Stoics, patience is a profound strength, a recognition of the natural rhythms of life and the universe. We plant a seed and expect a tree overnight. We start a new venture and demand immediate success. We embark on a journey of self-improvement and become frustrated when transformation isn't instantaneous. But true growth, like the unfolding of a mighty river or the slow ascent of a mountain, requires time. It requires consistent effort applied over weeks, months, years, even decades. Marcus Aurelius understood this, recognizing that the universe operates on its own timeline, a grand design far beyond our immediate comprehension. He understood that some outcomes are simply not in our control, and forcing them only leads to frustration and despair. Trusting time isn't passive resignation. It's active patience. It means doing what is within your control, diligently and virtuously, and then having the wisdom to let go of the timeline and the ultimate outcome. It means understanding that the seeds you plant today, whether they are acts of kindness, dedicated work, or self-reflection, may not bear fruit tomorrow or next month, but they will bear fruit in their own season. The oak tree grows slowly, but its roots run deep, making it resilient against the strongest winds. Your character, your purpose, your true self also develops at its own pace. Trying to rush it is like trying to force a flower to bloom before its time. You only damage it. This trust in time also extends to healing. Emotional wounds, grief, disappointment, these are not things that can be wished away or hurried. They require space, compassion, and the slow, gentle passage of time to mend. Rushing the process or pretending the pain isn't there only prolongs it. The Stoic approach is to acknowledge the reality of the present moment, to lean into the discomfort, and to trust that eventually, with continued virtuous effort, healing and growth will occur. It is the acceptance of the now, while holding a firm, quiet belief in the future's unfolding. Next, we must embrace the art of releasing what no longer serves you. This is perhaps one of the most liberating practices in Stoicism, yet also one of the most challenging. We are natural hoarders, not just of physical possessions, but of mental and emotional baggage. We cling to old hurts, past grievances, future anxieties, outdated beliefs, and relationships that drain us. We carry the weight of expectations, our own and others, that don't align with our true path. Seneca, ever the pragmatic philosopher, spoke extensively about the importance of mental freedom, freeing ourselves from the chains of desire, fear, and external opinion. Releasing doesn't mean becoming uncaring. It means becoming discerning. It's about recognizing what is truly within your sphere of influence and what is not. You cannot control the past, so release the need to rewrite it. You cannot control others' opinions, so release the craving for their approval. You cannot control every outcome, so release the anxiety of absolute certainty. This practice extends to releasing false narratives about yourself, stories you've told yourself for years that limit your potential. I'm not good enough. I'm too old. I'll never succeed. These are just thoughts, not facts. They are baggage. And like an overburdened traveler, you cannot move forward effectively until you lighten your load. Think about the feeling of letting go of a grudge that has festered for years. It doesn't mean condoning the actions of another. It means choosing your own peace over continued resentment. It's an act of self-preservation, a recognition that holding on to bitterness harms you far more than it harms the object of your anger. It's about realizing that some battles are not worth fighting, some arguments are not worth having, and some paths are not worth walking. Not because you are weak, but because you are wise enough to preserve your mental and emotional energy for what truly matters, your virtue, your purpose, and your tranquility. Releasing also means letting go of the pursuit of perfection, the desire for things to be flawlessly executed. For every plan to unfold without a hitch is a recipe for constant disappointment. The Stoics understood that life is messy, imperfect, and unpredictable. Embracing amor fati, the love of fate, means accepting things as they are, not as you wish them to be, and finding a way to work with reality, not against it. Release the illusion of control, and you will find genuine freedom. Finally, as you navigate the complexities of life, building character, and trusting the flow of time, never underestimate the power of celebrating the small victories. In a world that often only applauds grand achievements, the championship win, the multi-million-dollar deal, the groundbreaking discovery, we often overlook the profound importance of the everyday, incremental wins. For the Stoic, life is not a destination but a journey, and fulfillment isn't found only at the summit, but in every deliberate step up the mountain. A small victory isn't trivial. It's a testament to your discipline, your perseverance, and your commitment to your chosen path. Did you resist a temptation today? That's a victory. Did you choose patience over anger in a difficult conversation? That's a victory. Did you dedicate even 5 minutes to a task you'd been procrastinating? That's a victory. Did you simply get out of bed and choose to face the day with a courageous spirit, despite the burdens you carry? That, my friend, is a monumental victory. These small victories, when acknowledged and appreciated, compound. They build momentum. They reinforce positive habits. They generate a quiet confidence that isn't dependent on external validation, but springs from an internal sense of accomplishment. They are the daily evidence that you are indeed living in accordance with your values, that you are actively building the person you are meant to become. Marcus Aurelius, despite his imperial duties, took solace in the daily practice of philosophy. In his evening reflections, he didn't just celebrate conquering barbarians. He celebrated conquering his own impulses, his own anger, his own procrastination. These were the true triumphs for him. Imagine a life where you are constantly striving for the distant, grand goal, never pausing to acknowledge the progress you make along the way. Such a life would be filled with perpetual dissatisfaction, always chasing, never truly arriving. But by celebrating the small victories, the moment of mindfulness, the act of kindness, the decision to choose virtue over vice, you inject joy and meaning into the present moment. Reinforce the very behaviors that lead to sustained growth and profound peace. These aren't just moments of self-congratulation. They are vital acts of self-acknowledgement, telling yourself, I am doing well. I am moving forward. I am capable. They are the fuel that keeps the engine of your transformation running, quietly, consistently, powerfully. So, in the grand tapestry of your existence, remember this: nothing truly happens by chance. Every challenge, every moment of self-discovery, every quiet act of resilience, they are all woven together with an intelligent, purposeful thread. The universe isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, constantly providing the raw material for your growth and the revelation of your deepest purpose. You are being called to turn inward, to recognize and embrace the unique gifts that reside within you. You are being shaped by adversity, refined by the fires of challenge, becoming stronger, wiser, and more authentically yourself with every test. And through it all, you are invited to trust the unfolding of time, to release the burdens that no longer serve your higher self, and to celebrate the quiet, compounding power of your daily, virtuous efforts. Because in the end, life isn't about avoiding the storm. It's about learning to sail, about becoming the captain of your own soul, navigating with clarity and courage, knowing that every gust of wind, every change in tide is part of a purposeful journey towards becoming the fullest expression of who you are meant to be. What is one small victory you can acknowledge in your life today, and how will celebrating it propel you forward on your purposeful journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if this message resonated, please consider subscribing to the channel for more Stoic wisdom for modern life. Thank you for joining me on this reflection.